And video game history. Tonight, I am proud to announce that by popular demand, we have a very special treat for everyone.
Castle Santiago, home to a dreadful dynasty of vicious video gaming vampires. Legend has it that these evil beings can be destroyed by a stake through the heart or exposure to sunlight. This does not suffice, however, or they may be brought back to life by means of a sacred rite that can be performed once a century when the moon is in the third house of Pisces. Slayer Santiago, the world's one and only video gaming vampire, has awakened and is ready to take over planet Earth. And with the help of Vampire Command, the entire galaxy.
Hello. Hello! Hello! Hello. Get that damn Pokeball out of here. Transition override, how about the bats next time? Do this and then we do a little this. There we go! What's up, Genesis? Altair? Monado! Monado, boy. Free pizza? Only if it's like... I don't like sweet sauce. I don't like sweet sauce pizza. I don't know how any of you else feel about that. I know everyone's opinionated about, like, you know, pineapples. Oh my god. That scared the hell out of me. Get out of here, Steam. Is this the startup music? I really like plain cheese and regular sauce. What about buffalo? Anyone like buffalo chicken? The Midgar special, of course. Hand tossed by Jesse. Huh? Midgar special. It's got some rubble on it. Got a little Mako dripped in there. It's got like a green Mako pesto sauce. See, now see. If there's like some nerd pizza place, restaurant, take note of that one, all right? Green pesto. Make that as a sauce, you got a Midgar special. Huh? Huh? I'm not wrong. I'm never wrong. So, Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2. Some people are even saying it might even be Final Fantasy 14 for next generation, which, I mean, that's like a given. I don't think that they should really... If that's what Square Enix is going to be talking about today, I don't think that it would be a good idea for them to do that. I know, what if it's a Final Fantasy 6 remake? I saw the image of the blimp. I don't know if you guys saw that on Twitter, but someone on my timeline... Does anyone know what all is supposed to be shown? I mean, I have a general idea. It's pretty much every major partner that Sony essentially partners up with. It's any like major business or developer that puts their games on Sony. Look at my hair. I got a wild hair day going here. It really comes down to anyone that they're partnered up with, that they're going to show things. So you can expect Santa Monica. You know, Square Enix is supposed to be here showing stuff off. I think what we're going to end up seeing is maybe stuff that was actually intended for E3. Because you notice how we're getting like the Mario 3D collection now. That certainly feels like an E3 kind of announcement. You know what I mean? Like we're getting the Mass Effect trilogy for next gen and the Switch, like that. That's been rumored and talked about for a while. It certainly seems like something like that would be announced at E3. You know, all these little trickle events that kind of came out in the last week and a half, like Microsoft's pricing and stuff like that. You figure that the Xbox, you know, One X or Xbox Series X, whatever they're calling it, the next gen Xbox, you'd figure that announcement would have been probably made at E3 too. Talk about the console. I think honestly, I mean, they could very well talk about that. It's 40 minutes long. So this is like, you want to talk about meaty? You want to talk about a meaty event? This is an event with it's got a lot of meat on it. It's a beefy, it's like if you're holding a live beating heart in your hand and the blood is just gushing all over every place and you're just licking the blood of your enemy up. It's kind of like you got a heavy ass heart. There's a lot of heft to this here. This isn't just like an easy breezy 15-minute, you know, state of play. Well, let's talk about the games that, you know, we still want you to buy for our old console. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see all next gen titles. I don't think you're going to see anything for PlayStation 4. It's going to be all about PlayStation 5. And I think what you'll see is maybe at some points, or maybe sprinkled throughout, kind of like how they did with the last PlayStation 5 reveal event. I went back and I watched it just to see what they did. They had game announcements mixed in with like hardware overviews. You remember, like, they showed off the controller and they had like all those little particles, the blue and white particles and all that sort of lower third stuff in the last one. So I feel like it's going to be something more or less like that, except just larger. Yeah, I want to walk away from this from a couple of things. You know, I want to know about backwards compatibility. I want zero questions on CPU. You know, power. I know that all those specs have already been leaked out, but I want to see like Jim Ryan or like Mark Cerny or someone like a head guy over there to talk about like the entire tech breakdown. Like I want to know like what kind of media it's even using for its discs. You know what I mean? Really starting to. This is the company's really starting to fire on all cylinders for next gen. Basically, yeah, it's kind of like you know, launch of a new console. Sony is essentially going to use this as their means to push out like, hey, these games are coming. Like here are more reasons for you to go out and buy a PlayStation 5. That's what this is. Because right now, what do we know? We know about Miles Morales, which I'm expecting that to be shown. A good amount of that. We know about Ratchet and Clank. We know about Project Athia. Supposedly Final Fantasy 16. You know? There's Demon Souls. And then what else? There's one other one. I'm forgetting. I'm blanking. What's with Xbox revealing the price and such, not to mention the whole Nvidia laughing? I don't know. I don't know. Microsoft, I don't really have very high opinions of Phil Spencer. You know, I kind of, when he first came in and he started doing stuff like the stuff he did for the Xbox 360 generation, I thought he did a great job with. You know, when he was brought in for that, and that was pretty much, what is it, like early to midway through beginning of Xbox 360. I remember when they brought him in, I thought it was a good idea, and he ended up doing a lot of good for that generation, but ever since then, he's been kind of pushing them away from hardware and more games of a service. And I think Game Pass is awesome and everything like that, but I will die on the hill of always buying physical media. Just the other night, I was trying to play Steam. I was trying to play Civilization 4 with a friend of mine, and we couldn't play because the digital library and my whole Steam client was messed up, and it was because they were having maintenance. And I said, man, if I just had a physical disc like I did back in the 90s, no problem. But because we have all these digital libraries and storefronts, we're pretty much having to cater to the ineptitude of how they were designed. So if a computer programmer designs the Steam client at Valve, they add a new code and it breaks some of the older code, and as a result, you know, the maintenance cycle goes down for longer. That's a longer time that I can't play my game. That if I ordinarily owned it, it would be no big deal. If a Final Fantasy game gets announced, do I have your permission to suggest you for a reaction compilation? Great way to expand the Vampire Command. Absolutely! I'll make sure to really play it up too. I'll even be more hyped than MPO, HMK, Max Dude, Soldier, Night Sky Prince. I'll be more hyped than all those guys. All right? Yes. Dino! Welcome. Let's see, where's my salute? Welcome. Hello. Welcome, comrade. Welcome. Just do a flip if it happens. I used to take gymnastics when I was younger, but man, if I tried to do a flip now, I'm pretty sure I wind up on more than one reaction video. I probably wind up in like, you know, some stupid like Vine fails YouTube videos. And it'd probably be tagged as old man tries to do backflip. Alucard IRL Alucard tries to do backflip. Whoa! Whoa! Where's my goddamn donation alert for that? Huh? Where is it? There it is. That's a very small donation box, but there we go. Now let's just play that again, all right? Thank you very much, Gino. I appreciate that. We got Moneybags Gino over here. Thanks for the cash, buddy. Anyways, thank you. Anyways, while I have everyone's attention right now, if you are looking forward to Friday as much as I am for the release of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, you probably already have your game pre-ordered. Maybe you got a digital version because you couldn't find a physical version because assholes like to buy up, you know, hundreds of them from Target and Walmart and sell them for like $1,000 on eBay. Well, I got news for you. If you want a physical version, all you gotta do is enter my contest on Twitter. I guess I should pin that. I know it's on my YouTube community tab page. It's a direct link to the Twitter contest, but essentially I'm going to be giving away a physical version. I'm actually going to, and if it ends up being someone selected that is internationally, I will try to send it out international as well. It's a physical copy, no digital BS or anything like that. I almost thought about doing a gift card or something like that, the Nintendo Switch eShop, but when I had essentially bought 2 copies for myself, I bought 3 copies really. When I bought 2 copies for myself, I was like, my wife ended up buying me an extra copy. I figured I'll just give that one to you guys. So enter in. All right? I'll pick it up when I get the money for it. I'm replaying Galaxy 2 lately to get excited. That's a good idea. I know, right? If you have a PC and you got Dolphin, it's like you can play Mario Sunshine right now. Or if you get like the Mario 64 PC port, you know, the one that's not exactly legal, you can play that right now on widescreen, and it probably runs better than the one on the Switch. But anyways, if you wanted to enter in the contest, not many people have entered. Most of you guys have probably already done the qualifications anyways for it, which is just following me on Twitter, retweeting the tweet, liking it, mentioning someone, and then, you know, commenting with your favorite Mario story. Most of you have probably already entered. So there isn't that many people that enter, and I know that, you know, some of the people do, and they get like thousands of people. It's like, yep, good luck, I'm giving away one copy to, like, you know, and your chances are like 1 in 3 million. No, your chances are pretty good with mine, because I wanted to make it so it could be available for people who didn't get a copy. Yeah, I know you can't do the backwards, you know, long jump. But also the new version of Mario 64 is the Japanese. Well, it's the Shindao version, which is also the version that they put on the Nintendo 64 DD. I haven't because Twitter hates me. Well, I'll be doing, I think, even though I don't like Gleam, I'll probably be doing another one on Gleam in the near future. I'll probably end up doing one with the PlayStation 5 games. So that'll be pretty cool. I know. I knew that they were going to get rid of that, because even though Charles Martinet didn't say those lines, he said, "So long, fair Bowser." Also, that's like one of the weirdest, like, why would Mario say, "So long, fair Bowser"? I mean, Mario hates Bowser. He's constantly trying to bang his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, get the hell away from me, Bowser. I'm going to launch you into this spiked bomb. He says, King of Bowser. So long, fair Bowser. So long, King of Bowser. Why don't we just call up Charles Martinet right now? What the hell is he doing? Literally, King of Bowser. Yeah, I don't know that. Are you guys still like okay with like the box art? Do you guys still like the blue case and like the black and white logo? I think it looks dumb. They need to go back to like PS3 era where they had like the black cases, the black like clear, transparent glass plastic. I love that look. Charles Martinet, he said King out. I believe you. I know. I mean, Charles Martinet, he doesn't really care. The guy has made his millions. I was like a kid, like once I was like, I could be Mario's voice when this guy gets like old. I don't think I can. That guy is like, but I'm always like wondering about Charles Martinet. I know he's always, you know, they make him record new Mario voices and new Mario lines every now and then. But I wonder, like, is it to some extent for Nintendo, did they like, kind of like what Warner Brothers did with the, you know, Mel Blanc when he did like the Roadrunner and stuff? It's like the Roadrunner had like a few lines. You know, did they just like record like one meep and then they were done? Like, no, we don't. You can just go back to playing Bugs Bunny now, Mel. And every other character. We don't need you to do Roadrunner anymore. We're Rainbow Bowser? Yes. Really? Do you actually think that we're going to get No More Heroes 3? Or do you think it's just going to be like... Is it like Suda just standing up in front of the, you know, game, like, you know, he's just standing in front of the screen and then behind him is just No More Heroes 3 gameplay. Ice Age. I'm not familiar with that one. I mean, I don't know. My what is it, Nightbot or Streamlabs, they'll flag like any bad word usually. Most of the time it's like nothing. YouTube has gotten a little bit weird lately. I know that's for sure. There's just everyone, there was so many back and forth people online and stuff. Oh, 16, don't get your hopes up. There was just too many people in the industry that were on the Square Enix side that were paying close attention to this announcement, Just a lot more people than I thought there would be. It's starting in like 40 minutes. I also got that video. Why? I don't understand, like, why? The algorithm for YouTube is weird. It's just weird. YouTube is a family-friendly platform. Let's show you a bunch of animals being cruelly slaughtered because we want to pressure you into donating to Vegan Alliance. Nothing wrong if you're vegan. I tried being a vegan a long time ago. I ended up losing some of my hair. Not enough protein. That's a true story, by the way. Was trying to turn over a new leaf for a new lady I was dating back in the day. Big mistake on both fronts. Well, that's just, again, yeah, it's like, I figure like computers are smart enough to know, like, yeah, if you're like, a 90-year-old woman, you probably shouldn't be getting Pornhub ads, or maybe you should. Maybe because it's like, that's what you're into. I don't know. Your hair is unhealthy. Well, I mean, I guess, according to my doctor, if you don't eat enough protein, your hair falls out. I guess your hair follicles, in order for it to stay in your head, you need more protein. I didn't know that back in the day, though. What's the craziest thing I've ever done, Slayer? You mean like what? Like Daredevil-wise? Or just situations I was in? Like, if you want to talk about deadly situations, I was almost stabbed to death once. Yeah, of course we do. We're humans. Even though I'm a vampire, I'm a human. I am flesh and blood. I still get illnesses and sicknesses. I just recover 1,000 times faster. Yeah, you never cater to the ladies. Let them cater to you. Bro. I'm telling you, some of them just look at the white hair and they go nuts. He thinks that some ladies got a hard-on for Doc Brown, and since Christopher Lloyd doesn't stream, I'm their next best goddamn thing. Great Scott! I've been shot before. What? Whoa. Damn. Well, I've never been shot at. I almost got shot at once, but it was like at a rifling range, like, with the Boy Scouts, so. That shit is bound to happen. I didn't get shot, though. Almost did. I once drank a whole bottle of Carolina. Why? No, I never got shot, no. I almost did, though. It was just kids that were goofing around on a rifling range at Boy Scout camp like many years ago. No, but I almost got stabbed once. Back when Slayer was a much younger, rebellious man, he was involved with some pretty dangerous people. People who like to deal certain substances that may not be legal. And there's a reason why I got away from that. It's because I almost got stabbed. I may have also almost gotten shot then, but I couldn't see the car that was essentially of the stabber. Had tinted windows. He had someone with him. And I essentially went because I'm a big guy, as protection for a friend of mine that was dealing something that may be considered illegal. And when things started going bad, I was in the back seat, and so I took a seat belt of the guy who had the knife and I wrapped it around his neck. So he started suffocating. And at least my friend in the driver's seat, who was trying to do the deal, had the wherewithal to use both of his legs, kick the switchblade out of his hands and kick the guy out of the door, because the door was still ajar. Because what we eventually, figured out is that he didn't close the door all the way, and he didn't want us to drive off like we would normally do. So Jesus. Yeah, no, I mean that was a long time ago. That was also before I was married too, so if I think my wife would disown me if I actually was just still doing that shit. Yeah, there was some wild stuff. I mean I'm not like proud of it or anything like that, but it kind of like showed me that during a time of like kind of like fight or flight. Hey, your Chaos Serenity, a 99-cent donation. 99 cents. You know what that can get you? Xbox Game Pass. Hashtag ad. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How you doing, Serenity? Am I the only one who hasn't been in a bad situation? I mean, the thing is that a bad situation to me could be a completely different thing to you. You may have had a bad situation, but it just may have not been on like the same level. It may have been a bad situation, but maybe it just wasn't like you were running for your life, or maybe you weren't dropping, from like a 4-story building. I've lived a nerd and wannabe thug life. In my day, I was known as Chaos Hedgie in the Sonic community. Now I'm an accountant. Hey, that's all right, though. I've always heard Tails Miles Prowler was actually, a financial planner on the side. Oh, I'm good. I couldn't sleep last night. Legitimately couldn't sleep. I worked on the intro to this show. It's still not complete yet. It's missing some VFX, but I pretty much have everything in there, and I stayed up like really late just working on that because I couldn't sleep. I was just like, my brain was all fired up for PlayStation 5 stuff and just all the video gaming stuff. Like now there's that direct that's tomorrow. Even though I said I was gonna skip it, I might end up watching it. We'll see. And a pilot? Jesus, man, what the hell what are you doing watching me for? You sound like you should be like an action hero. You're like a real Action Jackson, aren't you? Multi-dimensional brother. Indeed. Should we put music on? What is my general opinion of Final Fantasy VI? It's a Final Fantasy that I've never played that I've always wanted to. It's like weird. Technically the first Final Fantasy game that I ever like beat was 10, but I had played 7, 3, and 8 before, but I had never, done very much in them. And then years later when I had, a PC, I finally played through 7. And I didn't go crazy. I just kind of played through the story, but the first one that I ever played was 3 on the Super Nintendo USA. It's amazing you would have never gotten 7 without 6 exploring the mechanical themes. Yeah, that's true. I've heard that. I've heard that 6 kind of went more into the gothic like technology side versus the fantasy side. I've always liked the more gothic tech side of Final Fantasy versus the medieval fantasy. But I mean, I don't hate it. I just prefer one aesthetic over the other. That's all. It's also my favorite. I figured most people are either like, yeah, I love 7, or they like 8 more. And I feel like if I had played 8 first before 7, I probably would say 8's my favorite. But 7, I don't know. I also remember seeing Advent Children, when that was actually when that premiered in the United States, which was a big deal. I remember I had to wake up really freaking early in the morning and go travel into the city and go see it. It was like a media premiere launch event. I don't know how I even got tickets. I just don't think anyone knew what the hell it was when Advent Children came out. Seven, 8, 9, yeah, that's true. Was one on my, yeah. My friend had, on my neighborhood friend, my neighbor essentially, when I was a kid, he had Final Fantasy. And I had Dragon Warrior. And I didn't play Final Fantasy very much on the NES, but I remember I when he was done with Final Fantasy 1, he traded me DuckTales, and that was the first time I had ever played that on NES, and I traded him my copy. We traded back eventually of Dragon Warrior, because he really liked RPGs at the time, and I was like all Mr. Platformer, thinking I was hot shit, thinking I could like pogo stick jump Scrooge McDuck across the Amazon. Mario RPG, the best. I will go on record to say one of the best RPGs on the Super Nintendo. I'll even say that's better than Final Fantasy 3. I'll even say Mario RPG was better than Chrono Trigger. I liked Chrono Trigger. Mario RPG I thought was way better. I'm still waiting for a Mario RPG remake. None of this Paper Mario stuff. I want a remake of Mario RPG or just a sequel. All those guys who worked on that game, they're still alive. I don't know what the hell Nintendo and Square they're doing there. It's like, hey guys, let's do everything but Mario RPG. Let's remake Final Fantasy VII. Let's do Octopath Traveler. Let's remake some other Final Fantasies. Let's remake Crystal Chronicles. But Mario RPG, nah, fuck that. Now they gotta go ahead and they gotta go back, and especially if Geno gets put into Smash Brothers, you gotta figure that there's some kind of smoke there. You know what I mean? New Mario and Luigi, like a side scroller. I mean, I'm down with anything. I mean, the ports and stuff that they're doing with 3D World seem pretty cool, and the fact that it's going to be online, that's even cooler. That's one thing I always thought that the Wii U version lacked. Yep. I actually got like at my I think it was like at my 6th grade school auction. It was like a silent auction at the end of the year. I remember like some kid was selling, and I remember I got both of them, and this is actually where I got both of my copies. It was a silent auction, and he was getting rid of his copy of Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, and Super Mario RPG, and I ended up getting all 3 of them. And the kid was like, this, the internet was around. I'm not that fucking old. The internet was around, and so you could go and price check some stuff on eBay and stuff, and the kid, I don't know what the hell he was, I think he just ate too much glue or something like that, and he literally gave, what the hell was it? I gave him, I asked him, I was like, well, what do you want for these? And you could either trade someone something, or you could actually, pay them. And I remember I was like, I can give you $20, or whatever. I was like, I told him to name his price, because I figured he was going to charge some outrageous amount. And I remember, he was, saying, he was like, he just literally looked at a keychain. I think it was a Mario Brothers keychain I had on my backpack. He was like, I want that keychain. And I was like, what? That's it? I was like, or no, I remember that's what I thought in my head. I was like, what? That's it? That's crazy. And I just played it real cool. I was like, all right. I was like, but not anything else. And he was like, yep, that's fine. Dude. Mind you, this is before Earthbound was $400 or whatever it is now, loose, used. It's $400. And it, what the hell was it? Mario RPG came with the instruction manual. He also just gave me a bunch of instruction manuals for games that I own, and I just lost the instruction manuals. So I got instruction manuals for Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Mario Kart, Mario World instruction manual, which I was like, I don't even know where the hell mine went. I was like, I'm pretty sure mine didn't even come with a copy, because I was so excited I probably fucking threw it out the window. 1990? Nope, I'm older than you. No social media. We had to catch a predator at Chris Hansen. Bunting pedos in chat rooms. Yeah, exactly. GameCube in a public trash bin? Wow, that's really good find. I saw that. Well, I saw it last night at like 3 a.m. Which is like, oh, okay, cool. Odd. Yeah, just odd. Thanks, Nintendo. Also, it was like, why are you announcing it now? And I'm like constantly trying to refresh like the SNES like update. Like, why isn't this thing updating? How come I can't play Diddy's Conquest now? It's because it's not available until next week. I don't. And it's probably gonna be like on the 23rd at like 4 a.m. It'll be available to play. There's this retro game store in Romford, and it has a golden N64 in mint condition. Oh man, the Toys R Us. You mean the Toys R Us N64? My best buddy when I was a kid, his kid brother had the gold N64 with the gold controller. His kid also had the orange creamsicle colored GameCube. He had essentially every single special version of every. Like, I remember he had like the multitude of different Game Boy Color things. He never bought the actual, like, you know, the standard version of the consoles. He always just bought the, you know, special editions. And I remember his house like flooded one day, and it was like 3 days before a yard sale. And I remember I had my eyes on it, and he was like, oh yeah, I'll put it aside for you. And the whole thing got trashed. And I remember I even like got it, and I tried to open it up and tried to fix it, and like, you know, of course, like when wet electronics just sit wet for like more than like, you know, a few hours, it's like shit, you know, all that old shit, especially, it just all fuses to the board and shit. And it's like, I don't know if any of you ever had to like remove capacitors from a old board, but if you have to do like more than like 10, you want to like pull your hair off. You just want to like rip it out of your skull. Yeah, the guy who there, flooding, I know, right? Yeah, his house was actually at the bottom of a hill, and it was, I just remember it was just like a super rainy day, or it may have been like a tropical storm, and then, yeah, I remember his place got flooded. It was kind of shitty. Yeah, I'm trying to think about any of the old stuff that... Yeah, that was just the most wild, old-ass, like, you know... Like, you know, everyone has those stories, like, you know, oh yeah, I got a real steal on this video game because, you know, the old lady, you know, was like 95 years old, and she thought it was like worth pennies, and it ended up being like, you know, a copy of Cubivore on like GameCube. That was another game I got too. I say I ripped off an old lady. I went to a yard sale, and this old woman was selling a copy of Cubivore for GameCube, and if you've never heard of the game, just go look it up on price charting and whatever. And it didn't have an instruction manual, but the game was there, and it was like in the box, and it was the actual cover art and stuff, and the game worked. And she sold it to me for $1. $1. This was also like maybe 5 years ago, so the game was worth a considerable amount. And I just remember like I did like a double take when she told me the price, because they were unmarked. They just had a little sticker on it, and I went up and I was like, how much do you want for this? Expecting to say 100, 90, 200. Like, ah, fuck you, you old bat. Nope, $1. No, he's not in Florida. No, at the time, his family was living in Massachusetts. $1, $1. $1. Yeah, let me look up how much Cubivore's price is. Yeah. There we go. Right there. Can you guys see that? Let's go over here. Right in here. Loose prices. What, 200 bucks? Complete though, which I have the manual now. Now it's, oh geez, it's only $370. Yeah, anyone feel like plopping down friggin' 400 bucks so you can play a pretty mediocre GameCube game? Oh really? Yeah, I mean, I used to work in Boston as well a long time ago. Yeah. So that was a pretty good find. I also like, again, I think it was either the same weekend or the same yard sale. I ended up getting like a GameCube, or not a GameCube, an N64 in the box. It was used like once. And when I say this was like, barely used, it was like the kid, like, he must have just like took it out on the day that he got it, played it once, and just put it back in the friggin' box. Like the plastic for every single piece of like, hardware inside the box is like already there. And you can like just see he just barely tore the ends of it, because I feel like the kid like knew he was never going to play this thing or something. And I was like, oh, why wasn't it ever used? And then she was like, the old lady said, I don't know. I was like, I think he got some other system or something. Yeah. It has like the gray controller and everything, and you can like tell. Like, I knew that this old lady was not lying when she said that, oh yeah, he like never used it. Because I look at the gray controller, the one that came packaged with the one that was in box, and the thing had like no residue around the joystick, like no notching or anything from the kid going crazy with Mario Party mini games or anything like that. It was like pristine. I was like, Jesus, this like just came out of the factory, and like Miyamoto played it once and then just put it back in the box. I was like, you got to be shitting me, lady. I said that underneath my breath, and she was like, excuse me? And I was like, oh, I mean, thank you. That sounds like a great deal. Yeah, no, that was... People, yeah, wonder like, oh, geez, Slayer, how did you get all that, some of those video game stuff? Dude, sometimes it's just straight up about being at the right place at the right time in front of the right stupid idiot. Right? Just being in front of a moron. Pudding. Welcome, Pudding. What were we leaving again? Oh yeah, that's right. We were looking at video game prices, but we're kind of done with that now. Nice, Kayaga, I saw you enter the contest. Good job! Good. I mean, it's not... Technically, the more people who enter is not really good for you guys, but... I mean, you saw how many people like that thing. It's gonna be... I'm gonna have to randomly decide between like 30 or 40 people. So people will have a chance. Versus some of those other guys like retweeted it, 10,000 times. I'm giving away one little copy to 10,000 people. There's a guy who said that his mom sold his copy of Zelda on NES Gold Cart for $1. I actually have a Gold Cart Legend of Zelda, an original Legend of Zelda for NES, still in the box, not sealed, unfortunately, with the manual and everything else included. I have that. I have a complete copy of Zelda 1. I still am trying to get Zelda 2, Adventures of Link, but a new sealed copy, Black Label, that must have been pricey. I just went to ABT and they had a Simpsons arcade game. That is one of my favorite. Do you know that, that is like my favorite arcade machine. I just love the whole 4-player, the whole thing. The Simpsons also, I feel like they also got shafted. They got all these terrible NES games like Bart versus the Space Mutants, which I hated. Krusty Land or the Bart's Nightmare. Oh, Zelda! First one was the platinum, then I got the Black Sea. You're ahead of me. I have a complete version of Final Fantasy VII in the launch day box, essentially. And my Final Fantasy stuff, I mean, I don't have is like, I guess I'd like more Final Fantasy things. I have like all the Final Fantasy games that were reported for the DS. I also have like Final Fantasy 13 for the Xbox and for the PlayStation 3. I have 10. I have like multiple copies of 10. I have like, I think 3. I have one international copy of 10. I have 2. I have one that's like pretty much like pristine. I think like it was just taken out of the shrink wrap and then it was traded into GameStop and I got that one. It was like, I opened it up and it smelled like a brand new game and I was like, I'm keeping you forever. Zelda for the PS5? Isn't that already a game though? Don't they already have a game that's coming out that's like Breath of the Wild? already. I don't know what the exact thing of what it's called, but I saw it the last time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm like looking at my PlayStation 4 box and I'm starting to get a little sad because I'm like, yep, my launch day PlayStation 4, there's only going to be a few more games like, you know, Ghost of Tsushima, that multiplayer, when that drops in October. Like I'll probably definitely play that. And then if Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, if that comes out for PlayStation 4, which I'm not sure. I'm really curious to see how Square is going to handle that one. You know what I'm saying? Because if they only put Part 2 on next gen and it doesn't come to PlayStation 4, that's going to be kind of shitty, right? Genshin Impact? Like, I'm really curious. Like, aren't you guys a little bit curious about that? Like, how Square Enix is going to handle that? Because, like, Nintendo, they wouldn't be able to get away with something like that. What if, like, Mario Brothers 1, Super Mario Brothers came out on the NES, and then Super Mario Brothers 2, or Doki Doki Mario, and Mario Brothers 3 came out on Super Nintendo? I think parents would have lost their friggin' minds if that happened. Ricky! What were the last games for PlayStation 3? I don't know. I like have all the PlayStation 3 games that I wanted when I got my launch. Oh yeah, also that was another. You want to talk about ripping off old ladies at yard sales? Not on purpose, but kind of like accidentally. Maybe like 2 summers ago, I was in the market for a launch day PlayStation 3. I actually answered a number of Craigslist ads of people saying they had the launch day versions of the PlayStation 3, but I would go to these places, drive all sorts of miles all around all around the state and essentially all over town, looking at these PlayStation models, and none of them were the launch day ones, except I went to one garage sale and there was an old dude. And this man, when I say he was old, I mean like he was so old and so decrepit that as I was talking to him, like snot was like dripping down his nose. He had like a big snotsicle. And I was like worried, like, please, I hope the wind doesn't blow or your nose gets irritated, because that blob is going to go all over me. And I really want that PlayStation. So the guy said that he had an old PlayStation. No picture or anything. And I was thinking to myself, oh God, I'm going to answer this Craigslist ad and I'm going to go to this guy's house and it's going to be like in pieces or some piece of crap. Launch day PlayStation 3. Dude wants $10 for it. I said nothing else. I was like, yep, here you go. He gave it to me. I plugged it in and it worked at his place. And I was like, yep, it works. He let me plug it into like an old TV. It worked. I was like, here's your money. Sayonara. Oh, baby. I have no words. If 16 is shown, I'm going to lose it. If part 2 is shown, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it even more. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, did I feel bad about this decrepit, snotty old man that I essentially I mean, if you go look up a launch day, PlayStation 3, I mean, you're going to be out at least, what, 150, 170 bucks? To my knowledge, they're the only PlayStation consoles currently, the launch day PlayStation 3 one, that can upscale and play all the games, backwards compatibility wise to 720p. Other than the PlayStation Now games, the digital service and whatever, there's just some games that you just straight up can't play unless you have a launch day PlayStation 3. I'll sell my lungs for a PlayStation 5. You might not have to. It might end up being cheaper than everyone thinks. Everyone's saying that's going to be more expensive than Xbox. I mean, Sony, they got skin in the console game too. They got to make their stuff affordable. So we'll see. I will launch say PS3, but sadly it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? I'm just curious. Is it overheat? Any predictions on the price? I think it's honestly, Ricky, they're gonna price them the same exact price as the Xbox. Same exact price breakdown. They get the little the sliver Xbox, you get the big tower. I think they're going to be the same exact prices, which, what is it, $299 and $499? Godfall will be shown again? Oh, definitely. Actually, I'll make a prediction right now. 30 minutes of it is just gonna be Godfall, and then they're gonna spend 10 minutes on everything else. We're gonna get like a tenth of a second preview of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. It's just gonna be Cloud Strife's ass. You think they're gonna curveball us? How do you mean? You want to buy my dog? No. Don't tell Mrs. Santiago, though. She's in the market for a puppy. Trying to hold her off as long as possible. I don't want that beast munching on any of my controller wires or any of my games just sitting out here. I have to put baby gates everywhere. That thing would be pissing all over my Buster Sword. No. We gotta hold off on that a little longer. Soldier first ass. Exactly. Like they did for the PS1, drop a low-ass price. Yeah. You think they're just going to say $199 and then just walk off the stage? That would be awesome. I really hope that they do kind of play that up a little bit too. Like, you know, there's some kind of like, you know, cinematic like Hans Zimmer orchestra swell and like the screen like shakes and there's like these like, you know, ramp up VFX like showing the price. I think the best thing that they could do right now, though, is price it very comparably to the Xbox. No console manufacturer ever makes any money when they produce any of these consoles, so you make your money back with your games. And Sony, I mean, other than like Nintendo, I mean, Sony, they got a stacked deck when it comes to the games, right? Oh man, if it's a Crisis Core remaster, sign me up for that. The whole reason I haven't gone back and replayed like fully Crisis Core is because I don't like the upscaling technology that they have for the PSPs on like my HDMI television. I don't like how it looks. It doesn't look super crisp, and like the textures, because you're going from like a screen this size to a screen this size, and when you take textures that were on a micro screen like that, oh man, it just looks so rough. Yeah, it's so bad. Wasn't that the Dreamcast $299? Yes. Was the Dreamcast $299? I was like, geez, that seems pretty cheap. I thought the Dreamcast was more than that, but like Crisis Core, like I remember all my friends being like nutting after Crisis Core came out, and I remember when that came out, I was like probably still knee deep in like GameCube era. I wasn't really a Sony guy until like young adulthood. So when I was a kiddo, I was all Nintendo because Papa Santiago, he liked Nintendo. He played Nintendo games, and that's just what we had in our house. And even I got a Sega Genesis eventually when I was a kid too, but I really had to grease the palms on that one. Really had to sell my parents on why the Blue Hedgehog was better than the plumber. And it pained me to make that case because I love Mario. I was like a junior in high school when Crisis Core came out. I was probably still middle school. Oh no, I was old. What are you kidding me? I was old ass. Came out in 2007? Yeah, I was in college. Yep. I was probably doing like just super into Melee. It's pretty much all I did in college was just play Smash Brothers Melee. And what is it? Crystal Chronicles on GameCube. Because my buddies had the Game Boy Advance version, and we would do the whole cross-play thing because we thought we were hot shit. On the Four Swords Adventure, we would play a lot of that too. I know. As soon as you say Melee College, everyone's like, oh yeah. Yep. It's like old, like it's like I feel like when like I get to be like old, like really old, like, you know, 60s, 70s and whatever, like when I'm old man Slayer, like You know, now you see like those old guys and they're all sitting around like, you know, old ass cars and they're like, yep, I fixed up this, you know, this grease wagon. Blah, blah, blah. It's that senior citizen homes in the future, they're going to be hilarious because there's just going to be guys like me being like, yep, remember when Melee was a thing back in college and I whipped your ass with Jigglypuff? There's going to be conversations like that. I can't fucking wait to drive every like person working in a senior center with me up a wall. Like having absurd arguments about like Tifa and Aerith when I'm like 90 years old. I'm gonna be dragging around the Buster Sword with me in my fucking wheelchair. If you don't give me my goddamn pills, I'll limit break your ass! That's probably what I'm gonna be like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you know there's gonna be fights over like the controller. You know, people are, they're gonna be they're like first they're gonna be like N64 Virtual Console, and then they're gonna ban that from the senior homes because the old people are getting arthritis from the friggin' mini games. The, you know, rotate the joystick, you know, around in a circle. It's like, God damn it, Mrs. Abernathy's lost her hand again. You know what I'm saying? No wave dashing. The older cats are gonna lose their reef. Yeah, you can't pull off any slick moves because someone's gonna bust a hip. No Mario Party. No, none of that. There's gonna be like a before you go into the games lounge of every senior citizen place in like the year 2040, there's gonna be like a list of outlawed games, and it's gonna be like anything that raises blood pressure, like no Mario Party, no you know, what is the other ones that I used to play on GameCube? That, oh yeah, no, The World Is Not Enough, which is the James Bond game. I remember everyone used to get fucking fired up playing that. Melee. Mario Kart Double Dash. It's gonna be pretty much like it's gonna be like Harvest Moon. It's like the only game you can play. Harvest Moon and like fucking Animal Crossing. It's Melee and children's card games, damn it. Of course I do. Yeah, hell yeah. I still play Double Dash. Not on I should probably play it on the original hardware, but I play Double Dash a lot now online with friends with Dolphin. Because Dolphin has the online. I should probably go and look into Slippy a little bit too so I can start doing Melee online. But I play Dolphin online with a few different games, and one of the ones I play is Double Dash. I used to do Melee via Direct IP a while ago, but for whatever reason, the Direct IP version of Dolphin like doesn't work anymore. So not Harvest Moon, so people in the future that grew up with games can still play. Yes, of course. They make game mechanics with the elderly in mind in the future when Mario Party 40 comes out, and I don't want to break my wrist. Well, you notice actually how those games where you know had to rotate the joystick, they got rid of those because people were actually like getting hurt. You know, people were actually like hurting themselves. Like the new version of that after that game came out was when people had the Nintendo Wii remotes, and they were like doing this, and like the Wii remote would like slip out of their hands and go like flying into their 4K TV, and oh shit. Mario Party will end when Miyamoto dies? Do you think all Mario games will end when Miyamoto goes? I don't ever want to think about that day, but yeah, I don't think so. Just like Smash Brothers like wouldn't end like, you know, no, it's not like they would end Final Fantasy. Like it's not like they would make a whole new soundtrack for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 15 if Iamatsu wasn't alive, you know what I mean? Is it actually starting now? I hope so! My God, this is loud. Let's turn that down, huh? You guys want me little or big? You guys want this setup where I'm little? We want one where my head is big. If I'm doing a reaction video, typically I do giant head. Like this one. It begins. Z Stanley's just in time. Z Stanley ducking right in before the doors close. The doors are closed and Z Stanley's coming in there like he's Indiana Jones trying to escape the big fucking bowling ball. Get out of my way, he says. He takes the usher that is trying to close the door and he shoves him against the wall and he's like, hold it right there, jackass. I want to see this show. Shakes his head so hard his headset comes flying off his face, his sunglasses are all knocked down, his hair's a mess, but he's there. He's there. I do have a Discord. Should be in the description below. The official Vampire Command Discord server. Full of some of the most hilariously evil sharpshooters in the galaxy. Have you ever seen a game at the most unlikely location? Yes. I was at a... What the hell was that? I was at a... Where the hell was I? I was trying to remember if I was on vacation or not. Oh yeah. I was on vacation once and I was using a public restroom and I didn't think anyone was in the bathroom with me, and then there must have been a kid or something next to me because I didn't see his feet hanging down. He must have been a really short kid sitting on the shitter. And right next to me, as I'm popping a squat, trying to take like the fastest shit of my life because I was gonna miss a plane. Kid must have been sitting on the toilet. I flush it. My flush must have scared him. I hear a noise of what sounds like dropping electronics. Over to my right, I see a Game Boy Advance with a copy of Pokemon Leaf just fall onto the tile floor, and the glass face of it, like it was face backwards. That's how I could see it was leaf green, because it saw the cartridge. The front of it though got smashed, and the glass like went on to like my side, and all I heard was just the kid crying. And I was like, I felt bad, but I was like, also it's like kind of weird that I'm like trying to take a shit super fast, and this kid's like bawling his eyes out next to me in the stall next to me, and so I was just like, this is a weird time. I gotta get out of here. We need Slayer Army. Vampire Command. All right? It's called Vampire Command. The most hilariously evil organization in the galaxy. We also know how to fight. Don't we? Don't we? All right. Is this thing starting or what? It's starting. Sweet, sassy Molassie. Only in 1080p. Oh boy. Oh, sexy. Turn off that ambient castle background.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different.
Where are we?
Nope, not that.
You see things others can't.
I sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it.
Seems like a little too quiet, doesn't it? Let's bring that up a little bit, huh?
I will be ready.
Okay, let's do this.
Here we go, Sam! Hold on to your ass! Sexy. Is that the price? No. Captured on PC emulating the... What? Yo. What is this?
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
What is this?
How do we even know the girl will be among us? Our kind do
And
not
emulating
question
Nintendo know a lot about that.
follow them.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. What? Chocobos!
Sergeant, let's summon their icon. Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
Oh, shit.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily.
Holy
This will be a
shit!
bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed.
Wait!
Come, Joshua.
What is this?
Your father will be expecting us.
I am
Joshua's shield. I'm sworn.
Oh my god, what? It looks like 14, it's 16! Holy god!
Mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
Yes!
What does it matter?
Oh, it looks like such a
It was
good
the
combination of the
director
remake and
Sailors
14!
the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the mother,
No way!
defend our realm from the spread of the blight.
Holy hell on earth! Ooh, the swordplay looks so awesome! Oh, it just looks like a way tighter, like better version of the remakes battle system. Look at it! It looks more like a Souls, kind of like the battles are more meaningful. Holy shit! This is fucking dark. We just saw someone get gutted in front of a kid.
Phoenix.
Oh!
Stop there!
What in the god is this?
That's impossible.
What in the Battle of Guado Salam is this? Holy hell!
The legacy of the crystals.
Wait a minute. Fabulos Crystallis Novalis? Or whatever that's called? Wait, whoa! Is this a Crystal Saga?
Enough.
Wait! What game is this?
I'll kill you.
New protagonist.
If it's the last thing I do.
Yes! 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 Holy hell on earth. My heart is beating. I can only get so erect after this point. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Wait, whoa, what the? Oh, okay. This is. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna have to rewatch that like 10 times.
You got the house key? Yeah, I got it.
It looked like more meaningful battles in 14, which is what I wanted out of that game. I like 14, but I wanted there to be like more cinematic,
Come on,
like
we're
Dark
gonna be
Souls
late.
kind of battles, or even at the level that 7 Remake was at. what was just shown
Hey!
looked
Dude, I am
perfect.
so filling your suit with snow.
My God,
you still
the battle
wearing
just
this
looked
suit?
so tight.
Just in case. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's like
This is
more
my
fifth.
favorite
It's
part of
like
living
it's
in Harlem.
more
Pop-up
fantasy,
street fair, best food
but
in
it
the
looks like a
city.
combination of
Awesome
battle
music.
between 15 and
This would
7.
be great for the last beat I was working
I was
on.
trying to notice like the
Get
other
back into mixing.
pieces.
It's been a while.
I didn't see any parts of the HUD while during the trailer, but I couldn't focus on everything. We'll go back and rewatch it.
Rio Morales? You gonna vote for her?
Yeah, it
hard
looks
to
like
think
a
of
really
Mom as a
like done up version
politician.
of like
been a
14's
teacher
like
my whole life.
it looks like someone took
Similar skill
14's
sets, right?
battles and like turned it up on its head and like said, hey, we're gonna just throw remakes, battle theme combination with 15's. Ooh, it just looks so good. It looked like more meaningful combat
I'm
than
Brian
7
Porten,
remake.
creative
Oh,
director at Insomniac Games.
amazing.
We're excited to show you this first look at gameplay from Marvel Spider-Man
He
Miles
did.
Morales.
It looked a lot
Our
like
story
Demon
picks
Souls
up
and Dark
1
Souls.
year after the events of the first game.
Jesus,
we find Miles'
man.
new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom,
Dude, there
Rio
was a
Morales,
guy who
leads
was
an election rally.
like
A war
sliced
between
in half in
devious
front of a
energy
kid.
corporation Roxxon
Remember when we saw
and the
that Final
underground.
Fantasy 15
High-tech
trailer and like
criminal army
Noctis was
led
just
by
like
the
taking
Tinkerer
his like
starts
sword and
to
just
break out.
jamming
In
it
this
into like the
gameplay
skulls of guys.
captured
We're
on
getting a
PlayStation
dark
5 hardware.
Final Fantasy
Underground
game here,
attacked
boys!
Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos.
That's what I wanted.
Spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the underground tries
This
to
looks
steal
good too. I
Roxxon's
just wish the
experimental
resolution was
energy
better.
source.
Holy hell, this ain't doing really nothing for
Let's
me,
take a
but
look.
Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
oh look, the enemies are guys from Saints Row the Third. Cool.
We're after the new form.
What was the last Dark Final Fantasy? I would say Type 0. I don't know if any of you all played that one. I think it's a little underrated. It's been a while since I played it, but I liked Final Fantasy Type 0. I thought that was a pretty dark game.
Get rid of him.
Pretty sure that starts out with a bunch of students getting murdered. It's literally Red Hood but purple. That's true. That was pretty dark. Look at my hair, it's all like fucked up. I'm a mess. Whoa, whoa. I'm just calling it now. If they end with Remake Part 2, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna absolutely lose it. Yeah, hell yeah, everyone start retweeting this shit!
Stop this!
What's going on here? This shit doesn't want to buffer all the way, it's having a hard time. Wait, what year? It's a launch title. Look at my hair. It's a launch title, Z's family. So I'm guessing it's going to be out within the first year. So 2000, I'd say early 2021 at the latest.
People are trapped over there! I have to push past these guys! Where is he? Kill you!
Thank you, Gino. I appreciate it, man. This looks fucking awesome. Also, I was never in the party of this like being a port. This definitely does not seem like a port. Like at all.
No.
Uh-oh! Ah, I think the Brooklyn Bridge is a little in trouble there, Spidey. Yo, what is that? Are we gonna see Venom, by the way? Are we seeing Venom this time? Because that would be tops for me. Top notch if we saw Venom here. Give us Venom as a little preview for Spider-Man 2, you know what I'm saying? Uh-oh! Brooklyn Bridge is about to take a dump. You ain't going to Harlem today, boys! You're going right into the drink! Oh, Carnage, absolutely! Hell yeah, Maximum Carnage, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games.
Thank you. Man,
Did you sit? Oh, okay. The suspension cables are still there. You're fine. It's fine.
I've got an idea.
Yeah, if any of you guys have not played the original, essentially the first part of this game, the original Spider-Man for PlayStation 4, definitely check that out. Also, that game is now like often like I've seen it like for at very most like $18, so it's worth it. Also, I have a feeling it's just a matter of time before that comes to PC too. You know what I'm saying? Audio levels aren't good. There we go. How's that? A little better? Too high? There we go. So nice. Okay. Did we know that was coming out on a holiday? Also, Final Fantasy 16 was captured on a PC emulating PlayStation 5 hardware, so they were using like a PC dev unit for PlayStation 5 to run that. But that's good to know. That means it's going to come to PC eventually, after that, probably that first year exclusive. Hey, what do you guys think of this so far? 10 out of 10? I'm definitely right there. 10 out of 10, bros. 10 out of 10. Oh shit. Hang on a second. Wait a minute, Wizard. Was this a Harry Potter game?
Magic,
yep.
Both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history.
Not done yet. That's right, Sam.
That common bond we share is the legacy of Hogwarts.
Oh shit, we're getting like Hans Zimmer Hogwarts like theme right now.
It is time to add your own
oh, it's like kind of like a
1800s,
like old-timey wizards. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I think I watched all the movies. I only read the first 3 books.
Every corridor, every portrait,
it looks pretty cool. Who's making this game again? WB?
Tells the story. Witches and wizards who came before. Here you will meet lifelong friends and grow into your own magical abilities.
Open world Harry Potter.
Of the world's most talented
I might actually check this game out actually if it's
while your journey begins,
if it's like Harry Potter with Fire Emblem but more like open world and
fantastic
those things. Well, I don't know about those.
Spells.
I think I'm gonna have to murder every single one of those in the game.
A larger world beyond
Ooh, it's chugging a little bit. Ooh, that looks cool. Dope. We got White Walkers. Awesome. We got the shadow creatures from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Dope. This is an all-stars game.
That strange and mysterious talent you possess.
The cursed child was asked though.
To unlocking this dormant power.
Right? I watched the films and read the books till 4 because I just got boring for me. But I know the gist. Yeah.
But what form will it take?
So is it going to be like you make your own wizard? Because that would be, I mean, obviously it's not going to be Harry Potter because it's like in the 1800s. So unless you're like Harry Potter's like long distant early like relative.
The choices you make now.
Yeah, so it's like an open world Harry Potter game. Oh, Hogwarts. Look at that. It's not even Harry Potter in the title. That's a little weird. Is Hogwarts as recognizable as Harry Potter? Is it synonymously recognizable? I guess it is. Harry Potted. Speaking of that, after this, I'm gonna have some devil's lettuce. Next! That looked really cool. Not gonna lie, not even a Harry Potter fan. I liked it.
I'm Dan Vondrak, creative director at Raven. One of our goals as developers is to bring the game world to life.
The audio for this is like a little bit screwy,
and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen.
Let's bring it up a little bit.
With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around
Look at
you.
my hair. It's just all over the place. I can't contain it. It's just, look at that. It's just like flying back. It just doesn't even care. It's like, fuck you, Slayer.
The height of the Cold War.
We're too hyped to stay in place.
The following is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in
That looked really good, didn't it? For a Harry Potter game that I'm like used to playing like those, you know, cheesy ones that were on the GameCube back in the day. That looked pretty good.
Kasim is out of the picture. How long before we get Arash? The team arrived in
Yoshi P's team. Is that the 14 team?
Should be in position shortly.
It was Business Division 3, right? Which I'm pretty sure 14, yeah. I'm pretty sure this. So I wonder if that means 14 is gonna like eventually translate into that combat. Holy hell! That would be amazing. I would go back and start instantly replaying 14. I want to keep watching this, but I'm so fucking... I'm through the roof here, guys. I'm through the roof.
Check it out.
Yeah, all the people are like, yo, yo, yo!
Coming truck, left side.
I can't either. I'm like, yo! Make sure you guys follow at Final Fantasy 16.
That's gotta be Arash.
Hold fire. We need a positive ID. That's our man. Take him out.
Sounds like those who fight. What is going on here? Don't let him get away, asshole! Alright, this looks dope. I'm down. I'm pretty down with this. I'm down. What is this? Yeah, what is this? Black Ops. New Call of Duty? Sniper? It said Woods. This is Toy Story 6, Woody's Revenge. It's obviously Metal Gear Solid 19. The Revenge of Snake's Donut. Obviously. Yo! Stop winging it, boys! Get ready for that money shot! Yeah, how much do you want to bet what we just saw was CGI? I'm willing to
We
bet
hope you
more
enjoyed
than
that sneak peek of the campaign for
90%.
Black Ops Cold War. There are many more twists and turns along the way as you begin to unravel the truth, and we can't wait for you to play it soon. In addition to the story campaign,
man.
Cold War features the next generation
Metal Gear Doug
multiplayer
Walker.
online combat
Oh.
and an all-new awesome zombies experience.
I'm the nostalgia cricket. I'll look into it so you don't have to. Watch my shittily made
Doesn't have to
thumbnails.
wait to play multiplayer.
I don't really
Starting
like
this
Doug
Friday,
Walker.
PlayStation players will be able to play the multiplayer alpha exclusively on PlayStation 4. And for those of you that are watching at home on your PS4,
remember it, so you don't
can
have
preload
to.
the experience starting tomorrow. We can't wait to see you online Friday and through the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I'm gonna be playing Mario on Friday. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Brett. Or whatever your name is. Violence can only mean one thing! More Final Fantasy. Actually, I don't know. That would be cool though if I was right. My hair, look at my hair, dude. I need a haircut. One of the barber shops gonna fucking open again, bro. I can't, look at this.
All clear.
Come on, move! Chris? What the hell?
Give me that price too.
Take him away.
He's a bit too political and his videos are annoying. I used to watch that guy with glasses all the time. And then when I heard about all that shit about the nostalgic, what is this? Hey, 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 ho! Capcom? Oh, Resident Evil. Whoa, wait a minute, hang on.
They're coming again.
Wait a minute. Yo. Grandma, you're not looking so hot. Is this Resident Evil? I'm admittedly not the biggest Resident Evil fans. Certainly looks like an older game.
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for
Whoa.
her father.
Wait, what the hell?
But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees.
Yeah, Mega Man X9, yeah, dude, and have it not suck.
Fast as
Absolutely.
The girl ran on, over vine,
Or how about that Mega Man first-person shooter we were supposed to get? Huh? Oh, we have that. Give us a real razzle-dazzle Inafume special. What is it?
It's just a local tale.
Wait a minute, what? What the hell is this? Oh yeah, it is. It's Resident Evil. For some reason, I don't know why. The very beginning of that was giving me Silent Hill vibes. And then when they showed that little 2D thing of like the side scroller, I was like, damn. I was like, that reminds me of some like little cutscene.
Window shop away.
Cool. Admittedly, I don't really know much about the Resident Evil series, so I wouldn't be able, if you played that trailer for me in a week, I'd probably still be confused about what it was. What is this? Oh yeah, are we gonna see the gods and monsters? Oh wait a minute, this game was shown off last time, right?
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works.
Resident Evil, The Village Idiot, a story about a clownish character.
And each visionary is a different piece.
Not my thing. I liked 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. And was it House of the Living Dead, the George Romero films. The Walking Dead was alright. They really do. That's a good point, Josh. I was intrigued enough to watch it, man, so you're right.
I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives.
Is this gonna be a multiplayer game or like a BR kind of game? Certainly seems like a BR game.
Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it reminds you of Dishonored. But that guy looks like Travis Touchdown over there.
Colt,
here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it and it works!
That he makes every morning.
What is this? They're like the vector, like 2D illustrations that they're doing with this game. It reminds me of another game, and I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't remember. I can't remember what it reminds me of.
No experiment, no breakthrough, no reason for Igor.
Bring back
to break his
mercenaries?
disappointment with Electra.
Hell yeah.
Now I got a shot at killing them
Hey,
both at
bring
the
back
same
Duke
time
Nukem. All right.
in the same.
Bring back Duke Nukem. Give him a proper next gen, and redo that Duke Nukem Forever disaster game. And take it away from Randy Pitchford. That guy can't do anything right except for do subpar magic tricks. Damn. The combat's really fast. I like it. Real talk, yeah. Underneath this, oh yeah. Well, I was gonna do this too. We got a little, huh?
8 targets on my list.
You're taking good care of me, Sony. Taking good care of me. This is just all just drenched with sweat. It's just like you touch it, it's like frog skin. It's like just sweat dripping down on the inside.
You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my
Target. $12. They even had it in a tall size, which is very odd. If you're a big boy like me, pick up the tall size. So this is going to be also available on PC. Okay. Cool. Bethesda. What the hell? What in God's name is this? Oh!
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different?
Dragon Age is...
Your life and you mine. You a demon.
Oh, Devil May Cry! Special Edition? What is that? Whoa! So, what is... I wonder what makes this a special edition. I'm intrigued. I'm not the biggest Devil May Cry fan, but I'm very curious as to what this is. Because that game sold incredibly well, and I liked it. Ooh, that just looks so sick. Is this a next-gen version of Devil May Cry 5? It must be. This game is pretty cool, I will admit.
Rest in peace.
You have to be special to play it. Wanted to play Virgil, and this is playable. Oh, I see. Cool. Guy's got white hair. Can't argue with that logic. Get him in there. Throw them all in, baby. Solid.
Devil May Cry.
I know so many people on Twitter right now that are being like, yes, 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 because I know they love Devil May Cry. That's awesome. So we have an ultimate or special edition. I know. We'll see though. Duke Nukem probably not. Okay, so this is Oddworld. So now we know what that picture was of the flying machine.
Burned down their own hideout?
that screenshot from PlayStation 5 ad. We now know that was from 16. I'm gonna keep calling it 15. From 16.
Bad karma for burning down my farm.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
Hi, I'm Lord
Abe.
Lamb, creative director of Oddworld Soulstorm. And we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game. Here, our unlikely hero, Abe, finds himself fresh off the back of freeing his people from the nefarious Rupture Farms. He thinks the journey is over, but soon discovers it has only just begun. The stakes are higher, the threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious, and it's all made possible by the power of PlayStation 5. Enjoy.
You don't say, Abe. Abe's World. It's actually Oddworld starring Abraham Lincoln. I cannot tell a lie. This game is fucked. That's actually Abraham Lincoln's first line. Look at my hair, bro. It's just like...
Hey, guy, get away from us again.
I've never played any of the Oddworld games. Are they good?
Wait here. Hey, why the hold up? I could go for a sandwich right now. We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. My tummy's growling.
Let's get out of here! Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 when? Right now?
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here.
It's my own music. Don't worry, Ricky. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be trolling. I shouldn't be playing.
But it was just a glitch.
I shouldn't do that. What the hell is this shit?
It's been such a difficult day for all of us.
Heart attack.
Why don't you come
Hey,
home
there's still a surprise for the end.
together?
I'm sorry. I know, I almost did up the memes more for the stream, but I decided to dial it back because I don't want to piss anyone off. I had some really good ones. It would have fucked with you guys, though. You would have never come back.
Gregory, be still.
Oh! Yo!
I think she's found us.
What? Whoa! A new Five Nights game? Okay. If I want to shit myself with nightmare fuel, I'll do it. Frederator! Anyone know what that's from? PS5. Ominous music. Oh boy. You know this is gonna be a big matzo ball. Whoa, what is this?
Withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended.
Blue point? Okay.
Lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might
This is my eager face.
so the world might be mended.
Demon Souls! So, is this technically the first gameplay of Demon Souls on PlayStation 5? Looks cool. Damn. I think it looks great, but you guys who played Demon Souls, let me know how you think it looks. Does it look like up to standard? Like up to snuff? I just want to know if they're going to do a Bloodborne on PlayStation 5 that has 60 FPS already, you know what I mean? Okay, good. I mean, I think it looks good, but I guess I don't know how to compare this to other Dark Souls games because I have not played any of them. That guy's having a bad day. Way better, but the mood's different. How so? Bloodborne 2, bro. Or just how about Bloodborne for next gen, but like at 60 frames per second and like 4K? You know, they already got like a hacked version of Bloodborne working on a modded PlayStation running at 60 frames per second. So it's possible. And they lowered I think the resolution down to 900p instead of it doing 1080, and it worked. So it's possible. It's a lot brighter. Yeah, I was gonna say this seems pretty light for a Dark Souls game. Demon Souls was very dark and moody. Okay. It looks good. The lighting and stuff looks good. The particle effects look really good. The combat looks good. Oh shit. Jiggle physics look good. Come on, Konami. Yeah, stop making those damn pachinko machines and give us a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. You cowards. Right? You did. Oh, man. But if you survive, you get a fantastic cutscene. Very true. Wow, the graphics look spectacular for this game.
I shall await thy return, Slayer of Demons.
Ooh, I like how they said Slayer. It's a good one. Give us a new Star Fox game! For God's sake, Peppy! Fortnite. Yeah, thank God that was only like 10 seconds. Whoa, whoa, wait, what? That was a nice drop in quality, yes. A new PlayStation Plus benefit. Oh, shit. Hey, guys, you know how like Nintendo Switch Online has the NES and SNES games? We're gonna get that! This is how they're gonna do next gen with all the backwards compatibility. Virtual console. Days Gone, that's a game I should probably go back and check out now that it's been updated a few times.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor.
Hey, underrated game. I mean, I know actually Detroit, in my opinion, underrated game. I thought Detroit Become Human was good. I can't believe they ported a mobile game to PlayStation 5. Incredible! Oh yeah, that's right. This is another game I've never played that I have.
After all we've been through.
It's time.
So they're just showing off old gen running on PlayStation 5. My name is Bill. All right. PlayStation Plus collection. So it's Game Pass for PlayStation? That's what it seems like to me, right? I am thou. Thou art I. Take a pin and stick it in your eye. Sexy. Very true. Richard, you have a point. We're gonna get the price here! So which one is this? This is the disc version, alright. Yeah, let's show you all the shit you're never gonna see. Let's see, what is it gonna be? How much? Here we go! Hop! $4.99, $3.99. So wait a minute. November 19th, November 12th. Okay. Okay.
So now you know. Thank you all for joining us today.
Hey, Jimmy!
Part of this amazing journey. It's your
Prices!
passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From
No, that's pretty good.
We appreciate your continued support. And we
One day, yep, exactly.
Your hands on PS5
One day before Xbox.
To close, let me
$4.99, baby! And $3.99 for the digital version. Another Persona revealed? No, just Persona 5 for PlayStation 5 on PlayStation Plus. What is this?
The time draws near.
God of War? Yep! Yep! New God of War, baby!
You must prepare yourself.
Ragnar. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? This is God of War Ragnarok. 2021. Okay, so a lot of these, some of these are far off. Not that far off, but a little far off. Harder Direct. I wasn't going to originally, Richard, but I guess I should now because there's all these leaks that came out for games that I'm actually looking forward to. So, yeah, I actually, you know, I probably will. I gotta make a title, a thumbnail for YouTube. Damn. Very good, Sony. They did exactly what they were gonna do. They showed off the price. They showed off some new games. I can't complain about that. That was a 10 out of 10, honestly, for me, guys. You know what I'm saying? Look at those Aeons. Oh! Oh my god! Amazing! What if there's like a little surprise at the end, huh? And we get Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Huh? They've been working on Final Fantasy... Up, Temtem! They've been working on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 for a while. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people think otherwise. Hey, look, there's, what is it, Godfall. Who called that? Really knocked it up? Actually keep the content, yeah, right? There wasn't any moments where, except for Fortnite, where I was like, hey. It was all pretty good. And the Spider-Man they were showing off, even though the resolution was crap, looked great. Oh yeah, Sackboy. Ratchet and Clank. So we got Ratchet and Clank, Dark Souls or Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Final Fantasy 16, God of War Ragnarok. We didn't get anything else shown for God of War, so that's a little disappointing, but wow! A+. That was A+ easily. Let's go back and watch Final Fantasy. Let's go back and watch the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. We'll get it on high res too. Ooh, it's in 2K. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. This is good here. Let's get it nice and big, huh?
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant.
Wow, this looks way better with 2K.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
It looks way more fantasy, which is different.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
Icon. Ooh. It must be, Ricky. It must be. Look at the violence just in the trailer. We had saw some guy just get destroyed. Oh, they have the dogs.
This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I thought it was honestly like some kind of like DLC expansion for 14 because the characters look very similar to 14's design. They look great, and this is an all-new Final Fantasy as well. Oh God, the combat. It just looks so tight and good.
Did you not pledge your sword to our...
Hey, take it easy, Altair. They do. It literally looks like the same engine as 7, but the characters look like they're from the 14 universe.
Without the blessing of the
Ooh, that looks just so cool.
Defend our realm from the spread of the blight.
Devil May 5 combat character made this shit. Really? Ah, no wonder it looks so spectacular. Big question is Toriyama involved? Because you know if he is, we're gonna have something about Destiny involved in the story. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is definitely rated M.
The Archduke's son.
Someone just got fucking like sliced in half in front of like a 6-year-old.
Stop this!
Yo, was that Ifrit?
Second icon of fire.
Who's the first summon in Final Fantasy X? The bird. See, Stanley, what's his name? The bird from the first bird summon. That looked like what that was. Is that Ifrit? No. I forget the fucking name of it. No Nomura! Huh. Valor. Yeah, Valfor, yes. That looked like Valfor. Right? That looked like Valfor. Ooh! You see how they did that dramatic close-up when he's got the sword and he's just rushing down with it? Woo! My nipples are just like rock hard right now, comrades. Rock hard! Oh, and the music, it's just like super fantasy and...
I'll kill you.
So, wait a minute. Protagonist, right? We're getting a protagonist here, all right? And then what happened? we get like future protagonists, he's all messed up, right? Could be Phoenix. This guy, though, he looks like a combination of like Cloud Strife, Squall, and Noctis, and Yozora. And a little bit of Tidus in there as well, right? We got like Cloud Strife here, and Squall, and then we got like Noctis and Tidus here. That isn't stereotypical? You mean like the guy from 13? I don't even remember his name. Yeah.
I do.
Now, big question is that will 16, and will they actually come right out in the story and make an inference in the story and make a point to actually say, yes, this is connected to that universe? Like, is 16 going to be attached to 15's universe? Is it going to be attached to 13's universe? Is it going to be even like, is this going to be like is this 16, but it's really like a sequel to 6 or 9? Man, I am just so intrigued. Look at it like this. My God, the background and the details and the shadowing. You look at this here. If you didn't know this was Final Fantasy 16, you look at this here, you'd be like, oh, look, a new Fire Emblem game. Oh, look, a new Dragon Age. Saz. I remember he had the little chocobo chick. That's the only thing I really remember about him. He did. Had a fucking chicken in his afro, so Square took an L from me. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate 13. It's probably one of the mainline games I've probably remember the least. I've played through 13, but I really don't remember much of it. It was almost. I'm just kind of glad that this is a brand new mainline, and this is not a remake. As much as I probably would have ate up whatever remake, if they did a 6 remake or a 9 remake or an 8 remake or whatever, I would have eaten it up. But I'm really glad that they are kind of moving. Not that 15 was bad. I actually liked 15, but I'm kind of glad now it's like, yep, we're, Business Division 3 is moving ahead with 16. What do we got? Divisions 1 and 2 working on remake part 2, part 3, and Lightning Returns was on point. That's what I've heard. That's the one that I got to try next. Let's just look at that combat really quickly again. That dude that was a main character getting flattened, bro. I like how the chocobos look pissed too. The chocobos in this game, they look pissed. Like they've been ridden on for a long while. Like this battlefield is full of salt. You know what I'm saying? Yes. They look angry. The characters look angry. They look like Noctis did in the first, 15 trailer. When it was still part of the Fabulos, Novalis or Crystallis Novalis. I forget it was the Fabulous Nova Crystals. You remember the design when he was on the steps of Insomnia and he was just taking his swords and just jamming them into the Imperial Guards there? He looked pissed and he was like, there was blood, in that trailer, and then they kind of went completely away from that. This game, though, looks like it's like, yeah, this ain't your grandpa's Final Fantasy, okay? You're not going to get a Phoenix down and it ain't going to make it all better on this one. No, you're dead and you stay dead. That shook. Square just had to slip that in. Well, I can't wait until there's more info about this. Did we find out when this is coming out at all? Is the next new standalone single-player RPG from Square Enix. So, It'll be out 2000. I saw that, Chino. It'll be out 2022. So it'll be out soon. Yes, he also, I'm reading up here that he has not been in the public eye for anything in a while. And that usually means they've been busy. 2021. Yeah, you're probably right. So it's going to be, what are we talking about? Is this going to be like a 100-hour game, you think? With multiple expansion packs? Are we going to get like all the damn expansion packs this time around that we were promised for 15? And for God's sake, when it comes to PC, include the modding tools? That would be nice. Looks open world. It really does, doesn't it? That looks fantastic. Look at like... Have you ever in your life seen a chocobo that fierce? Bro, it looks like he's about to bite that dude's head off. Also, I'm like trying to look at like the symbols etched into the sword to see if they look familiar. It doesn't look familiar to me. That doesn't resonate with me on any kind of like graphic design or artistic level as being another logo or design from another Final Fantasy series. Yeah. It definitely does. It like Warcraft, well, not Warcraft, but yeah, The Witcher, Dragon Age. Yeah, Type O. Actually, you know what? What is it? This chocobo looks like, what is that? That like raven, let's see, biggest creepy bird. What the hell is that thing? The shoebill stork. They got goddamn shoebills in this game. You guys ever seen a shoebill stork? Looks like a fucking Jim Henson character. Looks like a Muppet. I'll show you a picture of this shit. We got a goddamn shoebill stork up in here. Right? Hey, take it easy, Ricky, all right, man? Come back anytime, bro. I'll catch up with you later. Yoshi was just like, hey, shoebill storks are the most disturbing, largest, like, they're the largest, like, winged bird on the planet. Let's base a new creepy-ass white chocobo off of him. I know. Is that the EVGA ones too, Ricky? I don't remember. Man. I'm gonna rewatch it again. I know. I wish they ended it with like, we have a Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 demo. What? You get to play as Zack Fair in the final moments of Crisis Core and fighting off all the Shinra soldiers. What? Like, what was this guy doing that he just, like, what did he just see? What is he, like, looking at in here? I was trying to see if I saw, like, you know, an Aeon or some kind of, like, symbol or something in the flame that would signify as to what the center focus was about this game, but I don't see nothing. I see revenge. It's like, look at the guys, look at the pores and the freckles, dude. He's got a little, like, peach fuzz up here, too, like he hasn't shaved for a few days. Amazing.
You all know the target.
Dude, I thought when I saw the campfire, I was like, 7 Remake Part 2!
The dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders, we follow them.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon.
And what are icons? Are icons like evil Aeons? Are they like evil villain Aeons? Yeah, when I saw the blood, I was like, there's no way this can be a Final Fantasy game. I'm like thinking of like, you know, Kitase and stuff, and he would probably be like, no. You know, he'd be like, no violence. No, we want violence in Creative Unit 3. We'll spill whatever blood we want. How about we take these ice crystals and jam it up your spine?
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
Icons will be spelled all weird, yes. It'll be like I-K,
Be out of doors.
like O-N-Z.
We have discussed this. Come, Joshua.
He's like a red
Your father will be
mage.
expecting this.
So wait a minute. Red mage? This kid's a red mage. That is fascinating.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter?
The icon is the kid. Okay. Oh! Luke! Unless you know something, you may have just come up. This battle system is enthralling. Look at the detail, bro. We didn't get that kind of level of detail in the backgrounds of Final Fantasy VII Remake. This looks like it's like Ghost of Tsushima one-on-one battles in like a fully cinematic. Like, I wonder, are we gonna like go to a transition screen when we fight in these fights and go like old school and have it look like this? That would be dope. 30-year-old Noctis, I could see that. He's like old king. He's the original king of Insomnia. Oh shit. He seems to have dash abilities like Noctis, so guys can dash towards. It seems like some of them have weapons. There's multiple characters too, it seems here.
It's the Archduke's son.
The Archduke's son. No transition screen, stop! Come on, I missed the transition battle. Like sound effect, like swirly McGurly. Yeah, this looks dope. I'm so ready.
The legacy of the crystals.
Valor
has shaped our history.
What do we see? We saw the Marble at some point too in a boss battle for this game too. So we got like old time Final Fantasy enemies in this shit. Pretty cool. I wonder if it's the same model they used to put him in the Shinra Battle Simulator in the remake. Probably is. Epic. Also, the icon is really cool. It's two Aeons. It looks like maybe they're two brothers. Yeah, it's giving away the Fabula Novalis crystals. It's like, here you go, fucking take them. It might be. I know so many people now, they're like, oh, wait, it's not Verum Rex. I didn't think it was going to be Verum Rex. I think you hear a lot more Kingdom Hearts, you know, news and information. The crystal, yeah, like the old school Final Fantasies, yeah. I think you're right. I think it's based in old time Final Fantasy games. Like the lore is based on old time stuff. Very cool though. I can't be disappointed with that. That was phenomenal. Well, I guess I'll be hitting the old dusty trail. I guess I should work on some stuff for tomorrow's Nintendo Direct, which is supposedly going to be very good. I wasn't about it at first, but there's going to be some interesting games shown off tomorrow, at least as far as what people are already saying online about it. So Thank you again for everyone who tuned in. I appreciate it. Let's go to the outro screen, please. Looks nice, right? Oh, I'm really high up here. Bring me down a little bit. Make this camera a little bit smaller. There we go. Look at this. This giant ass thing is huge too. Hey, got him here. Got him here looking at all my shit. Take it easy, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow. Look for my notifications for when I go live. I don't know when it's going to be because I don't know when the direct's going to be, but it'll be probably an hour before. I'll see you tomorrow. Final Fantasy 16. Woohoo!
If you're feeling all you kind of could be your man of win.
Santiago.
If your knees go and your teeth go, maybe you bumped into
Santiago.
He flies through the night looking for a bite, but he's back home by daylight.
Santiago.
If you sort of, or you're a little, it's certain you run into
Santiago.
If your heart goes, or your mind goes, man, you had a brush with
Santiago.
So watch out for them, beware of them, and pray you'll never meet with
Santiago. Slayer Santiago. What are you still doing here? Go watch one of these guys. Any one of these idiots over here, just go watch them. Just don't stand here and stare at a blank screen. Come on!